God, sorry, I'm frazzled today. It has been... I've been feeling so much anxiety. Give me 1 second. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into the Yap stream. Yeah, I have been so frazzled today. Oh my God. Oh, sorry. Let me get my nerves out real quick. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Today's not even the song release day. I just released the trailer. I think I'm feeling the nerves of like, I'm worried I'm hyping it up too much and then it's gonna be not as climatic as like I'm hyping it up to be, and then it's gonna flop and then I'm gonna feel bad. But yes, hope you guys are doing well today. Happy Monday. Can I get a hi, Yena in the chat? Welcome in, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well today. Happy start of Monday. I know exciting news right at the door today this week. I've been talking about this for a while, but it's like actually official now. I can't delay it anymore. Like, I have to get this out because the date's been announced and like there's an official trailer for it out and everything. So I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out by the end of this month. I'm so nervous, dude. I'm so freaking nervous. Also, 1 second. Let me edit this real quick. This is the reason why I was a little late today. I was adding... You guys see the little left-hand corner? You guys see the little left-hand corner? I'm gonna add, like, recent news to that now. I've decided to utilize my screen properly, because I never freaking utilized this screen. So, I've decided to utilize, my little promotional corner now. As you can see, I got the Last Laugh original song releasing on May 31st, and we got Birthday happening on the 6th. Like a real streamer, I know. I'm leveling up, guys. This old hyena is learning how to use the new tech. How have the last few months been? I've been busy and couldn't watch any streams. No, you're all good, dude. Last few months, busy. I feel like I've been busy since like Valentine's Day. I'm gonna be so for real. I genuinely feel like I've been busy since Valentine's Day. I feel like I haven't caught a break yet, but it's been good. Like, it's been a good sense of busy. Like, I'm someone who works really well under pressure. And I was born, yeah, I was born on the 6th, which means we'll be celebrating my 32nd birthday on the 6th of June. Efficiency, yes sir. But yes, welcome in everyone, hope you're doing well. Who's hyped for the original song? Who's hype? I know I've been talking about this for a bit. Knowers will be knowers because knowers have been hearing me talk about this for like eons. But I want to see a show of hands. Let me see the me's in the chat, man. I want to see how hype you guys are. Goody, Legend has that hyena nerds who create a masterpiece song are very cute. Thank you so much, Chadius, for the $3 tip. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys this. I'm a little bit, I told you guys earlier, but I'm a little bit nervous. I'm hyping it up too much because if it ends up like being just mediocre, then I'm gonna feel really embarrassed. Because I worked really hard on it, and like, I will tell you guys this up straight. Everything in the song was basically produced by me. Not in the sense of like I did everything. Like obviously I didn't make the song, I didn't fully write the lyrics, I didn't do the art, I didn't do the MV, but everything was produced by me. Like organization-wise, directives, choosing which artists to like do what, storyboarding, lore writing, all the stuff that goes into like I guess like an MV. That was produced by me. And it's actually a pretty near and dear song to me because it touches on, I don't want to say like any sensitive topics, but like it's sort of metaphorically representative of like my growth and my, I guess, trials and tribulations through the years. Kind of how I perceive myself, I guess. So it's a pretty personal song, and it's a song that I've been kind of like thinking about writing for a pretty long time. I actually came into Idol with the ideation of like writing a trilogy. I don't know if you guys ever know, like, have you guys ever seen those like Vocaloid songs that like also have stories attached to them? Like Servant of Evil series, or like, I'm trying to think of like Alice in Wonderland. What else is there? I can't think of any off the top of my head. Synchronicity, that's another one, a little bit more obscure, but Voca boomers will know. Voca boomers will know. Any Voca boomers in chat? I'm a little old on that front. Yeah, Bad and Night, you know, all those things. I vaguely recall, yeah, man. I used to be super into these songs. Like, I love the Vocaloid trilogies that had like stories attached to them. I remember, I think I don't remember how old I was, but I remember like when Synchronicity Part 3 came out, like it was life changing. I was like, oh my God, I finally get the conclusion to this 7-year-long story that I've been like sitting on the edge of my seat for. But, Voca Boomers, is that what we're called now? Yeah, Voca Boomers. Beko, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. The stories were always so dark. Yeah, they were pretty damn dark. But like, I love like the aspect of like storytelling within music. Like, I don't know. Okay, listen. I don't like League of Legends, but Riot Games, my favorite music company, has produced some amazing bangers with like amazing storytelling visually and lyrically. Like, everything goes on, beautiful. You know, Taking Away, amazing. Die For You, oh, so cool, you know? Like, I love it when there's visual elements that tell a narrative that go into like a song. And that was kind of like what I wanted to try producing when I proposed Last Lap. Actually, this has been in production since 2023. And I say this because that was when, like, so for those who don't know, WILDFYRE was supposed to debut around January of 2024. As you guys know, we didn't debut until October of 2024. So very long time, very long delay. But we had already kind of started preparing for debut and stuff like way in advance in like, I would say September. Like September, almost like I think August when we first like actually started preparing. Of 2023. So it has been like a long time coming for us. And back then, we got a certain amount of budget to use for like, you know, debut and stuff like that. And so basically what I had asked management was like, hey, can I use a part of this budget and put it towards an original song? So that's kind of how I was able to start getting the ball rolling on this. I actually ended up using, I would say about 2/3 of my budget on this song alone. And then assets from this song were reused in, as you can see, my starting screen, my ending screen, my lore video. You'll see all those assets reused in this MV as well. So everything was like very, very efficiently thought out. It was sort of like a, how can I utilize my money the most and get the most things done for myself, but also make this original song. So it was very like heavily thought out. The storyboarding kept in mind, like, what am I gonna use for a starting screen? What am I gonna use for a stinger? What am I gonna use for my lore video? Like all those different assets that like are used in the MV. It was very like meticulously thought out to make sure that all those assets could be reused with different things for debut. Speaking of which, you guys hear my BGM? This BGM that I had since debut? I'm not gonna say anything, but it may sound familiar when the song releases. So we'll talk about this more after the song releases. We'll probably have like a kind of like an after show where we kind of just go into like all the things that went into producing this song and like all the, you know, elements and whatnot. But one of the big elements that I want to keep consistent in my streams for branding purposes is a leitmotif. A leitmotif, for those who don't know, is the usage of a certain set of chords, a certain set of notes that recur in a game, OST, show, movie, etc., whatever, right? And I really wanted the leitmotif to be consistent throughout. So if you noticed in my lore video, in my stream BGMs, all that stuff, there might be some similarities throughout. Yeah, I love leitmotifs. If you guys don't know what leitmotifs are, I think the most probably common example is Undertale. Undertale has a lot of OSTs that connect to one another in very meticulous ways of like, maybe it's the same notes in a different key. Maybe it's the same notes, but it's pitched down an octave. Maybe it's the same chords with different notes on top. There's a lot of like, playing around with the elements of the song that make it into a very cohesive storytelling element as well. If you're a Splatoon fan, DJ Octavio has a leitmotif and you'll know it. Yeah, exactly. It's super popular in media, and it's one of the big storytelling elements that I've personally like really, really enjoyed. Like, frickin' when Hopes and Dreams plays at the very end of Undertale, and it's like a tune that sounds so familiar, and you've heard it before, the da 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 da, you know, and it's like it's just the feeling of like, oh, I know this tune, you know. Like, I love leitmotifs. I did like a whole paper on them back when I was in college. But yeah, no. So a lot of love, a lot of effort, and a lot of care has gone into the production of the song, and I hope it comes through. There were some elements that, you know, were rushed, that I'm not the happiest with, but I think throughout the song making process, I've kind of come to the conclusion that like sometimes you just need to accept that this is the product. You know, you can't be pushing something off forever and ever and ever just because it's like not perfect. And oftentimes, I think like the imperfections and the things that maybe go awry allow for more possible interpretations, allow for more possible, you know, like, I guess like consumptions of the song. So I'm not too stressed out about the nitpicky stuff that like I wish I could have fixed. I've kind of come to like acceptance that like, you know, that's just sort of where we're at. Yeah, it's like, you know, yeah, exactly. Mistakes into miracles, exactly. How long's the song? The song is about 3.5 minutes, I think. We don't talk about Epic. Yeah, I mean, Epic is another one, but Epic is a bit more of an obscure reference for leitmotifs, I feel like. Leitmotifs are sick. I usually need someone else to break it down for me, though. Yeah, no. I'll break it down for you guys once the song releases. You might be able to hear it yourself, though. But yeah, I'm very excited. I hope it meets up to expectations. 3 minutes, so ballot length. Is that a ballot length? I actually don't know. It is a slightly longer song. Reason being is because there's a bit more of a storytelling element to it. Yeah, let me break it down for you. It starts breakdancing. Which actually could be happening on Saturday. If you looked at the schedule, if you guys have looked at the schedule, have you guys looked at the schedule? Have you guys looked at the schedule? More information will come out tomorrow, but yeah, exciting stuff. Yeah. Let's just say I'll be wearing a suit for the release. Nodders. Have you looked at the schedule? I mean, I made the schedule. I would have hoped I've looked at the schedule. A hyena and a suit when I wore a suit for the Christmas drop. I'm super excited for your song, Yena. Your voice is so beautiful. Thank you so much, gamer. I appreciate it. Thank you. Are there any games that have either come out recently or have come out that you're interested in? I keep hearing people talk about Clair Obscur. Like, I feel like it's the game title that has been on everyone's mind. Like, I don't know what it's all about, and I don't really know exactly why everyone's so into it, but yeah. I've heard really good things about Clair Obscur, and I'm probably gonna play it after my birthday. I'm thinking about, because everyone's saying it's like game of the year, you know? So I kind of have to play it as a content creator, you know? How can I not play the game of the year game that everyone's saying is gonna get game of the year? You should look into Blueprints. Yes, I also want to play Blueprints. So many games I need to play, dude. I've also been like talking with Hiyori about having her play Outer Wilds so that I can not backseat her, but so that I can watch her play and make noises when certain things happen. But I really want to have a series where, like, because I've already played Outer Wilds, and like, I can't fake playing Outer Wilds again for the first time. You know, it's just, if you've played Outer Wilds, you'll know why you can't exactly fake it. But what I want to do is I want to get one of my friends who hasn't played Outer Wilds, and I want to like kind of have them play on my channel and just kind of like watch them play through it and like give little like fun facts here and then, you know? Because I love Outer Wilds. It's been like one of my, I would say it's my favorite game, honestly, of all time. What if Fiend just wants her Outer Wilds fixed? Well, no, it's to gear up so that we can play the DLC on my channel. But like, well, if everyone dies, I guess we're gonna have to hype it up more, right, guys? Ah ha ha ha. Share it with your mom, share it with your dad, share it with your dog, share it with your friends and family, share it with your coworkers. Give it to your boss. Put it at the end of your email chain. Salty, thank you so much for the $2 dono as well, though. Thank you for the $2 soup, and thank you Takeru for the $5 tip. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Poor Yakuza getting pushed aside again. I know, we have to finish Pirate Yakuza, dude. I've just been so, dude, June is such a busy month. Okay, let me tell you guys let me just go through my schedule with you guys, all right? We're gonna go all the way back to frickin' April. So, not April. We're gonna go back all the way to February. Yeah, so February, I had a bunch of events. And I was also obsessed with Marvel Rivals for a bit, so that's all I was playing for a bit. I had anime Impulse. I went down to like SD for a bit. There was like a Tekken tourney I was practicing for that unfortunately got canceled. But you know, there was just so much stuff in February. And then there was that Valentine's Day event with Ruby that I did. And then March season was taxes. And I had to do taxes. And I was just doing taxes every single freaking day. And then I was playing Split Fiction with Cersea. There was the TsumiCon meetup. Oh my god. Then Wild Frontiers happened, and I was playing Wild Frontiers every single day. And then that was like the entirety of March. Coming to April, tax season, you know, finally came around, got submitted all those things. And then I had the YouTube remonetization, which was crazy. I was like, okay, cool shit, love that. And then we had the Special Light Block games, and then we had freaking like the 6 month the 6 month anniversary, and then oh god, and then I had to record stuff for Offkai, and then May came around. Ah! And then May came around, and then throughout the entirety of May, I was preparing for Last Laugh, and preparing for birthday stuff, and I was recording stuff for other duets and like covers and whatnot, and I was recording more stuff for Offkai, and then we had Anime North. And then this week we have Last Laugh, and then next week we have birthday, and then 2 weeks after that we have Offkai, and I'm just like, ah! These last few months have been so exhausting. So, yeah. After Offkai, hopefully, we'll have a little bit more time. Oh yeah, I didn't fucking mention, I'm going skydiving on the 9th. So, fuck it, I guess. You know, I guess I will never sleep. It's fine. Oh my god, it's just, there's so much stuff, man. There's so much stuff. And then after Offka we have AX, but I don't think we're gonna have AX presence. I might personally go to AX, but I'm not sure yet. And then finally after that, I think we'll have a little bit of a break where we can finally play Blueprints or Yakuza or Claire Obscure, whatever, you know, whatever we end up playing. But yeah, crazy stuff, man. Thank you so much. KJ plays for the Infestation for 4 months. Thank you so much. Oh boy, a free super that I totally didn't forget to use sooner. Thank you so much for the Infestation, KJ. Happy 4 months, dude. And thank you so much, Blemish, for the, how many months were you? Thank you for the 1 month. I appreciate it. So the song releases today, right? No. We gotta wait. Guys, I still need to prepare some stuff. I haven't set up my OBS scenes yet for this. I haven't set up my cameras. I'm okay though, I promise. I'm okay. I'm taking care of myself. I think I'm just nervous because I'm scared it's not gonna be as hype as I'm making it out to be. But I'm happy to put in the work, you know? I'm more than happy to put in the work. I like working. But yes, Blemish, thank you so much for the membership. And thank you, Shake, for the membership as well. Welcome to the Young Pups. Thank you so much for the new member. She could tease it for us with persuasion. Nah, man, I can't Yena Holland this shit, dude. I Yena Hollanded enough during debut. It has to be a surprise! It has to be a surprise! You're diving on the 9th? Yep, right after my birthday. Right after my birthday, I'm skydiving. And then I have to record some covers that I haven't been working on for the last couple of months. So those are gonna come out after Offkai. And then I'm gonna have a skydiving video come out. And then I'm gonna have a me-side video come out. And I'm gonna have a round 1 crane game video come out. Oh man. But listen, man, I'm happy. Like I'm busy, but it's nice to be busy. It's surely better than being not busy and not being able to work. So personally, I'm having a great time. I'm doing my best to make sure I don't burn out. I think I'm gonna take a nice long project break after birthday stuff. Oh my god, I didn't even mention. I had to design my merch yesterday. I got the art for it and I was like, all right, time to sit down and design this desk mat. And time to sit down and design this t-shirt. But it looks really nice. It looks really, really nice. Like members got a little bit of a sneak peek last night. It looks fucking banger. Members can tell you. Membies can tell you guys how cool it freaking looks. Hi, Ram! Welcome in! Hope you're doing well! Welcome. Let's go! Let's freaking go! Insert member shill here. Yeah, members get treated well, guys. They get spoiled. They get spoiled with sneak peeks. They get spoiled with sometimes late night shenanigans. Never mind. That sounds wrong. Not late night shenanigans. They get spoiled with late night sneak peeks. Let me specify that. Yena is born in Pride Month. Coincidence? I think not. It actually is a coincidence. It's really freaking funny. Because the reason why Yena is born in June is because she's a summer child. And if you buy my birthday voice pack... if you buy my birthday voice pack, you'll know why her birthday is on 6/6. Yeah, the birthday voice pack, it's not purchasable, I don't think. I think it's gonna be like a, oh my god, I'm Yena Hollanding, oh no. You're just gonna have to see on the 6th! You're just gonna have to see on the 6th! No, Yena, please! I'm sorry, guys. This is what the kiddos call edging these days, right? Informational edging, something like that. Are you really sorry? Nah, I'm not sorry. I gotta keep you guys on your toes, you know? I gotta keep you guys on the edge of your seats. Yena, don't edge us, please. Now, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. Best story pound, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Muleware, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. Lots of really cool stuff happening in the next couple of months. Got a lot of content lined up, and you guys will be pleased to know this. I will start making shorts again. AKA when I finish all my big projects. AKA after my birthday and off-kai. I'm gonna start making shorts again. Love your audio drama voice pack. Yeah, I'll just say that it's a continuation of the current voice pack that is on the store right now. It's a little bit more, it delves a little bit more into some lore. It's still birthday themed, but it delves a little bit more into some lore, and it's a continuation of the first voice pack. You don't have to have the first voice pack to understand or enjoy the second voice pack, but the context is definitely a little bit more there if you've listened to both. Sonia Chan's gonna hit your DMs with "heard you were edging your chat. Was that what was that about? Care to explain?" No, Sonia would just be like, "Oh, that's great." Sonia's so supportive. She's just like, whenever I tell her stuff, she's like, "Oh, that's awesome. Keep doing that. Great job." No matter what it is. No matter what it is. Oh, it's so silly. How much is it, and how much do you get from the voice pack? How can you tell? The voice pack for the birthday it comes with a set, I believe. So it's like if you buy the full set of merchandise, I believe you get the voice pack for free, I believe. I can always ask merch team if they're willing to put the voice pack up as like a, continuation of certain things in the future. I might release like a mega voice pack once I get one more of these made. That's just like a bundle of all the audio dramas, basically, that you can just buy at once. So you can listen to all of them at once, But yeah, for the birthday, it'll be a set bonus, but they may be purchasable later on. Yeah, voice packs are usually a set bonus. Yeah. You just realized, I didn't know this until recently, like, I think it was in Call with Cersea, like a couple of months ago. She was like, "Did you know you nya?" And I was like, "Yeah?" But like, I'm trying to say yeah, like, yeah, like, yeah. Like, yeah, but I'm going like, yeah, yeah. And like, I'm kind of self-conscious about it now. Ever since Cersei pointed it out, I'm like, oh my god, I do nya. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Just say it's the New Yorker accent. It is a little bit New Yorker. No, it is a little bit New Yorker. I didn't miss the live stream this time. Welcome in, Artemis. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Monday. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think it's like a yeah, like yeah. I'm gonna notice it every single time I do it now, dude. Did you have a thick New York accent when you lived there? No. Definitely not. I mean, like, I don't think you ever will adopt an accent unless you like natively lived there for a very long time. I only lived in New York for maybe like 6 years, 7 years. So it wasn't that long, and I was already pretty much into my adulthood. So my dialect and my vocal tonalities had already been pretty solidified. Straight up, I'm glad you're putting in all that effort for the lore. I live and breathe these kind of stories. Yeah, okay. I told myself I wasn't going to do any more big projects after this, but I'm hoping after birthday I have some time to put together chapter 2 for the webtoon, because I have all the assets already, but I just haven't had the time to actually piece everything together. But this is very, 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 very far off. When song number 2 comes out, aka the part 2 of my trilogy, which I've already started working on, by the way, which actually you guys have already heard a snippet of, by the way. I won't say where. But when part 2 comes out, yeah, so Last Laugh is the first part of an intended trilogy. It's supposed to very much so be a homage to like those Vocaloid songs where they would tell stories throughout each, you know, each song. But the next song that I want to release, I'm planning to release an ARG with it. I'm looking into doing something maybe IRL with this. I don't know how accessible it would actually be, but I'm looking to do something pretty unique with this. So look forward to that. That is something that hasn't been fleshed out yet planning-wise, but it has, the bare bones of the project base has been kind of proposed and talked about, and it's been approved for the future. So just, yeah, just gonna put that out there. Yena going all out. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, man, I'm a very much so of the opinion, if you're gonna do something, do it well, you know? And I've always loved, like, stuff like ARGs and, like, puzzle solving stuff and, like, hidden lore and hidden mechanics and stuff like that in games. So why not bring that to my projects, you know? Dibs on choosing the ARG city. Scatter clues across the NY subway system for young pups to find. It's an idea. It's an idea. That's all I'm saying. It's an idea. I love you, Yena. Please don't burn out. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I think I'm a little bit of a weird one when it comes to work, where I genuinely enjoy being busy. Like, especially with like this type of work where the outcome and the results are so rewarding. Like, who would have thunk I would be making an original song, you know? Who would have freaking thunk? Who would have thunk that I would be doing workout content in the future with actually working out? Who would have thunk, you know? It's like, I love seeing the fruits of my labor. And for that reason, I don't mind putting in the work, you know? But like, I don't know. I personally, like, my goal as a creator, my goal as Yena is to, you know, obviously we need to make the actual content, like, you know, still I do the gaming stuff, you know, the making the videos and stuff, and making the shorts and whatnot, doing covers, all that good stuff, right? But like, end of the day, as Yena, I want to like really tackle those projects that like I've had in the back of my mind of like, I want to do this, but where's the funding? How do I get the funding for this? How do I even feasibly really execute this? Do I have any help? Like, I want to do those projects as Yena, you know? So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited for the future. I got so many cool ideas. I've got so many cool things I've been just, like, ruminating on. But, yeah, I'm very excited. How much will the merch be, or is that TBD? I can actually tell you guys this now. Merch will not be over $100. The full set will be $100 flat. I don't know how much shipping and tariffs will be, depending on, like, I know Brave Group recently put out a thing regarding the tariffs, so I'm not sure how that'll affect your pricing depending on where you live, but it'll be a flat 100 for the full set. We need to get the song on our Spotify Wrapped this year to see Yena's artist video. Wait, what's artist video? What's that? Oh, is that like when you record a video for some, like, for like people who like are on your Wrapped, and you can like see at the very end? I've seen like creators do that before, but I don't think they offer that for like smaller creators. Do they? Do they offer that? How long does it take to make one song? So this song has actually been done since August 2024. But it took a very long time, partially because of me, partially not because of me, to just get things rolling in terms of like progress on the video, progress on when to release it. The communication pipeline wasn't great for a while because the merger had just happened and all that good stuff. things got lost because there was staff turnover, you know, all that good stuff. All that good stuff, which has led to it being released now, you know. But I started, the original idea for the song was proposed, I would say, September 2023. The song got started, I would say maybe October 2023. The song was completed in terms of the demo and the actual, I guess, track and lyrics by December. I recorded in, I think, January. And then it was mixed by... I think it was mixed by March or April. And then the video took about another, I would say, 2-ish months. So it's been completed for a while. The freaking Minecraft cave sound played at the same time you said that. Have you been jamming into it since? Okay, I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. It's like the freaking, like the ReZero revival sound to me. It's like the, like at this point, I'm a little bit sick of it. But I'm hoping that the release and the hype around the release will get me hyped up for the song again. But every single time I've listened to it so far, I'm just gonna like, oh, not this fucking song again. Cause like this song went through, oh my god, I think like 7 iterations of mixes. Just because I was pretty picky on the mix and how I wanted the vocal quality to sound and like the EQ on the voice. So it went through quite a few iterations before we got to like a point where I was really satisfied with it. And during those, you know, repetitive iterations, I had to listen to the song pretty much like 600 freaking times, basically. But yeah, no. It was, yeah. It was rough. How'd the demo tapes go? I mean, the demos actually sounded pretty similar to how their final song sounds. There's only some lyric changes and maybe some, like, ad-lib changes, but all the main melody stuff sounds about the same. Nana! Hi, Nana! Thank you so much for the raid! What the heck? I appreciate it. Welcome in, raiders. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome, welcome. Tenshi raid! Thank you so much, Nana, for the raid. So sweet of you. Thank you. What are you guys doing? Thank you so much for the raid, Nana! Welcome in, raiders. My name is Yena. I am a hyena VTuber. I'm the big bad hyena VTuber from Idol Corp. And today we're talking about a very exciting thing I'll be releasing at the very end of this week. On Saturday, I'll be releasing my first original song! Woo! Woo! I'm like shaking with nerves, and I'm not gonna lie, I had a stress poop today because I was so nervous posting this up. I've been working on the song for so long, and like I'm a little bit scared. I'm hyping it up a little too much, and then it's gonna just be mediocre and mid, and people are gonna be like, wow, Yena sucks. But I think that's just the brainworms talking. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. If you guys like variety streamers and VTubers who yap a lot, that's me in a nutshell. But I guess that's also every other VTuber. But I play a lot of I do a lot of completionist challenge games, stuff of that sort of genre. I do a lot of singing stuff as well. So if you're into that, that's me in a nutshell. Hope you guys are doing well. If you want to stick around for some yaps, we're just kind of talking about the song, talking about like other random topics that come up through the topic of the song. And yeah, if you guys want to stick around, feel free. If not, no worries. Get some rest, get some food, whatever you need. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I want to listen to this song already. Oh God, I'm so I'm so nervous. I think the nerves will subside once I actually get the release out. But like as of right now, I'm just sort of like, Yena reveal or this will happen to you, dude. I'm already balding. You can't threaten me with a bad time. It's already happening, dude. I gotta. My hair is thinning from the top. No self-doubt, only self-love. Let's go. Thank you, man. Thank you, Sly. I appreciate it. Yeah. I think I'm just like, there's a part of me that's very, how do I say? There's a part of me that's very like nervous because this song is kind of personal, you know? And I've talked about personal stuff on stream before, and you guys know I'm not shy. I'm not one to shy away from like, you know, getting a little deep and getting a little, you know, nitty gritty. But I think like it's a little bit different when it's music. And it's a little bit different when it kind of touches on some things that maybe you're not super secure about talking about. But I'm excited. I'm excited, nervous, anxious, all those emotions at the same time. Zero Taku, thank you so much for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Congrats on the upcoming original. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's very sweet of you. Oh! Zero Taku, what the freak? Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. What the freak? Oh my god. Zero Taku, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it though. Thank you so much for the 10 gifteds. If you guys got a gifted sub from Zero Taku, please make sure to say thank you. Gifted subs are not cheap. Please enjoy your emotes and your badge to the fullest. Make sure to use them a lot. And really, thank you so much, Zero Taku. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the membership as well. I'm actually doomed to be gray, but it's okay. I'm sorry, Black Mage. You're a regular too, I know. It's just rough out here. I don't usually listen to your songs, Shorts, because I don't deserve to listen to your beautiful voice in a song. The sinner doesn't deserve to see the heaven. What the freak? My guy, please. Please just listen to the song. I would appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it, actually. It would give me engagement. That is what the YouTubers call it. Kin Izuru, thank you so much for the gifted sub as well. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for gifting a sub. Yeah, Shakespeare over here. Please engagement. Yes, please engagement, guys. Please engagement. Have I missed any new community jokes in the last months? Oh god, have we had any new inside jokes? I feel like we've had quite a few, but like I can't think of any off the top of my head. Will it be out on Spotify and such? Yes, it will be on Spotify and such. Yeah. Spotify release will be at the same time as the MV release. But please watch the MV. Please watch the MV. Don't just listen to the song. The MV had a lot of love put into it too. I'll show you guys the I'll probably have a stream where I'll show you guys the storyboarding and everything for the MV. I think I've shown members at one point, but I'll show you guys publicly at one point as well. Also, boss man, the feeling is super understandable. Making art that's personal to you has vulnerability to it. I think there's a part of it where it's like, I'm a little bit worried that the story won't come through. Like, obviously, like, I understand the story, right? Because I wrote the story. And I understand the visual and lyrical meanings for the story. But because the song and the beauty, that's the beauty of music, right? The different interpretations, the way that people can feel emotions and how different they can be from one another, depending on their personal experiences and whatnot. Like, that's the beauty of music. But I think there's a part of me that's worried that like the story won't connect and there won't be like a line that's through enough for the common viewer who like doesn't know anything about Yena Youngblood, you know? Maybe if you like read the webtoon, maybe watch the lore video, like you would have a little bit more context. But like, what if you don't have those? Can the story still be, you know, interpreted? Can you still get a sense of a feeling through the song, you know? So I'm a little bit worried about that, but at this point, it's sort of just like, I put so much effort into it already. I think I just need to clip it and ship it, you know? Like I just gotta send it off. Like, if I think on it too hard, if I think on it too long, I think I'm gonna just overthink myself into this circle of like never releasing this song. Yena has a webtoon. Yeah. I have a webtoon. It's just made by me, you know, like I just use assets from my songs and lore video to kind of give more context to like what the images mean and like more of the story and lore behind the world that Yena lives in. Chapter 2, I'm hoping to release sometime in July. But we'll see, you know. course I'll do it. It's your first song. Wouldn't be a Yum Puff if I don't listen to your first song. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for the support. If you had fun writing, producing, whatever else goes into that, that's what matters. That's what we'll show to all of us. Yeah, I firmly believe that I think the love of the song will come through. I think I'm just a little concerned about the storytelling element of it. Because, like, I'll be honest, this is my first time kind of storyboarding out anything. Like, the lore video and this MV was the first time I even tackled storyboarding. Like, I've written fan fiction before. I've, you know, helped with cleanup and stuff like that before with mangas and whatnot, with webtoons and whatnot. I've done a lot in my life, all right? Like, I've had, like, peripheral experience with some of this stuff, but, like, I've never actually tackled storyboarding myself. You know, I've watched videos on how, like, you know, Riot Games storyboards their stuff. I've watched videos on how, you know, like, other big producers have storyboarded some of their songs and stuff like that. But, like, I've never personally done it. So it was a really big first tackle for me. And I don't know if I did a great job. I guess, like, that'll come to tell. But I definitely enjoyed the process. I really had a good time with it. So hopefully, even if the story isn't really as digestible, it'll still have the emotions that come with it, you know? She also has a Tumblr for lore. Yeah, my Tumblr lore is a little bare bones. I wanted to do more with it, but it was just a matter of time. Like, I thought of it really, really late down the line. Like, it was sort of like an idea that popped into my head one night, and I was like, I'm gonna do this right now, you know? But, like, I never really had a chance to super flesh it out. Eventually I want to. It's just, that's another big project on the list of very big projects I have going on already. How does one eat a story and what does it taste like? I don't know. Depends on your perspective, I guess. Depends on your personal experiences, how you digest a story. A broken link or two as well now? Yeah, unfortunately. Some things are just not working on there anymore. I haven't done maintenance on it for a while. But, you know, it was a, what's it called? When it's like a prototype kind of deal? It was a vision? There's a specific word I'm looking for that I can't think of right now. But, you know, it was like a... Frick! Oh, what's the word, man? This is bothering me. Come on, chat, help me out. Proof of concept, yes, that's what it's called. Yeah. It was a proof of concept, yeah. Yeah, it was a proof of concept, you know, something that I think I don't think it's something that, like, everyone is going... Like, a casual fan, I don't think is going to look into my Tumblr, you know? But I think it's something that is very rewarding for the community. And I do like doing stuff for the tighter-knit community. Like, I love my regulars. I love the people who come, you know, here regularly and, like, have made friends here and have, like, really been a part of the community. And, like, I want to give back for their time and effort that they've spent in this space, you know? And, like, I think, like, I've noticed that you guys seem to really like digging into, like, this sort of thing. So I do want to flesh it out eventually. Even if it's not something that's going to get super popular or, like, you know, give me a lot of exposure or whatnot. But, like, I think it's a very enjoyable thing for me. I think it seems like you guys really enjoy it too. So eventually I want to flesh out the proof of concept and make it a little bit more detailed out, because I actually already have a lot of stuff written out for Yena lore. Like, when I first made Yena, I think the first thing I did was I wrote a fan fiction. So maybe one day I'll release it. It's really roughly written out. Like, it's very much so just bare bones, like, plot points, with a little bit of dialogue, a little bit of, like, scenery setting and stuff like that. It's nothing I want to release as, like, a finished product, because it's not good. I will be first to tell you it's not good. Really was just the bare bones of, like, how is this gonna happen? How is the trilogy going to happen, you know? Wattpad, let's go! How do you write a fanfic for your own character? I mean, it's pretty easy. It's just like writing an OC. Like, I treated Yena very much so as an OC. Like, obviously, Yena was made with the idea of being similar enough to me, at least in aesthetic and presentation, that it still matches my voice, right? Like, obviously, if I made an OC that was like this dainty fairy girl, who... Oh! Thank you so much for the tip, Cool Turkey. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming to see me at the convention as well. Thank you so much. Oh my god. I hope you had a great Anime North, by the way. I hope you got home safe as well. But thank you so much for coming to see me. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the tip. But yeah, like obviously if I made an OC that was like a dainty fairy character that was super cutesy and like, you know, like 5 feet tall, it wouldn't have really fit my voice. Of course, I could have written lore to her. I could have given her backstory. I could have, you know, still like actually made her into an OC type character, but it wouldn't have fit me, Yena Youngblood, you know, like. So Yena was made with the idea of both making a character that works as like a story character, but also works as a persona, sorry. Also works as a persona for me to use on stream, and still like is able to accurately represent my voice in a way, you know? But yeah, how far ahead have you planned out songs 2 and 3? I've actually planned out song 3 more so than song 2, funnily enough. Song 2 is probably the most bare bones right now. Song 3 actually already has some lyrical thematics written out for it. But when I say I plan far, far ahead, I fucking mean it, okay? Like, I came into this being like, I'm gonna write a trilogy. Like, I came into this company and I was like, I'm writing a trilogy. That was like the first thing I proposed as like a big project for Yena. And so it has been a long time coming. What Yena the character did before be what it is now? I think I understand your question / statement. Are you basically asking, like, is Yena the lore character the same as Yena the persona character? And to that, I answer no. Yena was very much so made with the idea of being able to be me on streams and on games and whatnot, but also being able to be this separate identity and character that I could use as a character to flesh out a story. So that's why I came up with the concept of Yena coming from a webtoon, because the idea is that the webtoon is already done. Like Yena, like in regards to Yena's story, like the adventures of Yena Youngblood finishes, and then she comes into Idolverse or whatever, you know? But Yena at that point had already finished the story. She's now like a much different person than she was from the beginning of the adventures of Yena Youngblood. A self-insert OC, basically. A self-insert OC. But the idea in timeline-wise is that the adventures of Yena Youngblood and Yena's original songs release in the concept of her story being told. And then Yena, in terms of me on stream, is the Yena that has been transported at the very end of that story after she's gotten her happy ending into the Idolverse, you know? So Yena is both a character in the webtoon, in the story, in the, I guess, storyverse, and also a character in this universe that does streams and does all this other cool stuff, you know? Yeah, it was something I like brain blasted, because I remember there was this one day I was like, I don't want to make a character that's too, like, there was a manager who told me, be careful about making your character too edgy, because then if you don't portray that personality on stream, it can be a detriment to your character's background, you know? Excuse me, I'm sorry, I had a hot pot today. But, basically, back then I was thinking, okay, how do I separate Yena, the lore character, and Yena, the person that I embody on stream? And I had this like big brain blast moment where I was like, oh my god, I love the comic aesthetic. Like, even before Yena, I've loved the comic aesthetic. I love the webtoon aesthetic. I love like having things pop out of boxes, the dimensionality of like being able to play with like outlines and like constraints and stuff like that. Like this might be a lore drop for some people, might not be a lore drop for most people. I used to be a fine arts student. My specificity was in design, but I went to school for neuroscience and fine arts. And I loved playing around with borders, the idea of like coloring outside the lines, the idea of breaking boundaries, the idea of like overlapping like I guess like dimensions. And because of that, like I've always been really into the way that webtoons are structured and the way that webtoons are like drawn out, like the way that it's designed. It's like there's always a very specific, like you know when there's a bad webtoon flow. You know what I mean? If you read a webtoon and like you have a hard time reading it and it doesn't feel climatic, there aren't enough pauses, you know, like you understand. Because as a reader, when you consume it, there's a certain flow that the actual design works in. And when you have a good webtoon that has a really good flow, like you feel it, you know, like you feel that shit. You feel the pauses, you feel the changes in the color schemes, the usage of empty space, negative space, positive space, etc., right? And so I was always really into that kind of stuff. And so when I was like thinking really deeply on it, I was like, oh my God, why don't I just make Yena part of a webtoon? You know, Yena is part of a webtoon. I can use that as the basis for my aesthetic. And it's also the basis for my birthday merch. So if you're into that kind of aesthetic, get excited because I'm really, really excited with how it came out. Like, I think the design is phenomenal. Like, I mean, not to toot my own horn, I did design it myself. But like, I think it turned out so cool. Like, it looks like it straight up came out of like a webtoon. When did you learn you enjoyed going outside the boundaries? Well, if we really want to go into it, I think like when this is like a little bit more deeper, like art talk. Like I used to be surrounded by people who would put meaning almost to the point of like meaninglessly to things that didn't feel meaningful. And I say this with an example of for one of my woodworking classes. Someone made a wooden box that was like sloppily put together. It was just a wooden cube, like, you know, 6 wood pieces just like nailed together, drilled a hole on the top of it, not even like symmetrical, not even like perfect. It was just like a shitty ass hole. That was their final. And we had to sit there for 25 minutes talking about the metaphorical implications and like what this piece could have been talking about and like all that stuff. Like I was surrounded by people who put meaning almost unnecessarily onto things that just did not feel like it had meaning, you know? But because I was in that environment, there was also a lot of things that I started thinking about regarding myself. It's like me as a person, I think I've always colored inside the lines. Like growing up, I've always colored inside the lines. I've always stuck to a very like, you know, tight I guess like societal expectation of like go to a 4-year college, you know, get a job, you know, do XYZ thing, go to graduate school, do an internship, all that stuff, you know. I've always very much so stuck to societal expectations in the sense of coloring within the lines. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I feel like my innate nature is to color outside the lines. My innate nature is to do more creative stuff. You know, I love doing things that no one has ever done before. You know, I love the idea of being the spearhead in like a field or like in a like form of art or a form of creativity, you know? And so when I started thinking about that, it was more so the idea of like, how do I break dimensions in regards to, breaking dimensions, the Hololive concert, sorry. But like, how do I break dimensions in the ways of like 2D to 3D? One of my big projects when I was in school was I did a project where I made stories from like 3D pictures. So what I did was like, I took pictures of certain areas and then I would draw like stories onto them, like almost like an interactive scene, like characters doing certain things with each other in that scene. It's like, how does this like 2D space interact with the 3D space type of deal? I did another project where like I used glass blowing, and I used glass blowing to make a 2D piece that was only viewable from a certain angle. I can't ever show any of these because they were actually up on exhibits for a while and it would fully dox me. But I did a glass blowing piece where I basically bended the glass tubes to like fit a certain shape, but if you angled it in a certain direction, it would become a 2D image. But yeah, like I've always loved like the idea of manipulating dimensions, using different mediums to tell stories, to show like imagery and stuff like that. And so that was, I guess, kind of where this, if we want to go real far back, you know, where this all kind of started, the idea of like creatively going beyond bounds, you know. Yena glass blowing stream when, honestly, if I can get access to a glass studio, I'm so down. If I can get access to a glass studio, I will make a glass neon young pup. It's very possible. The young pup design is actually simple enough to do so, I think. But yeah, that would require getting access to a glass factory or glass blowing facility, which I don't have access to anymore because I'm not in school anymore. New request for management. VTuber goes glass blowing? That'd be crazy. Would that be before or after the 24-hour paint dry stream? Yena woodworking class when? I'm actually not super confident in woodworking. I didn't do too much woodworking when I was in school. It was just sort of like a required class we were like forced to take because it was equipment that was accessible to us. So it was sort of like a more so of a safety course of making sure we all knew how to use this equipment that was in this facility. But yeah, man. Listen, man. I'm old. I've got a lot of years on me. Got a lot of experiences in life. Yena woodworking class 1. Oh wait, I already read that. Sorry, my bad. I have ADHD. Take the genmates, make it a collab, cover the cost that way. I mean, I don't even know where I can find a glass blowing facility near me, but I'll keep that in mind as a future future video idea. What's your favorite band artist in the world? It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I think I've got a lot of different favorites. But yeah, no, I used to, like, I'm not good at any of these things, but I've done welding before. I've done soldering before. I've actually done, what's that thing that gets really hot when it's curing, but you have to, like, mix it to a certain, plaster. I've done plaster before. Done lots of stuff. Had to learn all these skills to use the facilities back in my old studio, so. Yena's mature, can you stop getting better and better? You'll ruin the nothing is perfect thing. Wow! Oh my god, this guy's Shakespeare over here saying cheesy ass lines. Oh, I've done pottery before. Yeah, I've done pottery before. I've basically, I would say I've touched pretty every aspect in material there is in art at some point or another. I think my favorites have just been glass blowing. I just really enjoy glass blowing. It was a very fun course to take. It's such a beautiful craft, like truly. When I found out that all neon signs are handmade, I was like, wow, that's so cool. At least something's getting wow. Oh my god. So what is this song gonna be about? I guess you're just gonna have to wait till the 31st to find out. Whoa. Roberto, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I wanted to just do this stream today as kind of like a short thing because I know I'm sorry I've been putting off the Yena walks home stream for like weeks upon weeks. I promise it's not intentional. It's not bait. It's not bait of just trying to get more engagement on that stream. I just ended up having a lot more work than I expected today. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just take today and tomorrow to get all my work done so I can not stress out about it and just, you know, just chill for the next few days leading up to the release. You're never gonna make it home at this point? Yeah, man, it's fine. It's alright. Yena lives in the alleyway, you know? She's basically always home because she's homeless. I did stained glass class with my mom last year. It was so fun. It's be scared doing glass blowing though. Seems way more involved. Well, okay, there's a few different types of glass blowing. There's glass blowing with tubes, and there's glass blowing with glass rods, and then there's glass blowing with the actual glass in the furnace. The glass in the furnace is pretty fucking scary. That shit is hot as hell. The glass blowing that I did was mostly the hand blowers, where you basically control it. It's like a mini torch, and then you're able to take glass rods and like basically shape it. So you heat up, you basically take pre-made glass rods, and then you heat up the bends, and you have to bend them properly for like making shapes and whatnot for neon. But it's a lot more involved than that. I know it sounds like it's very simple, but like you have to imagine that you have to like heat up the glass perfectly so that it won't melt into each other, that the bend won't be thinner or thicker than the original bend of the glass. And it also has to cool down in the shape that you want. And then once it cools down, you can't change it again. It's just cooked. So it's a very involved process still. But that was more of my experience. I have done the big glass blowing a couple of times, but it's a lot harder and it's a lot more involved. That's like the typical glass blowing that most people think about when they talk about glass blowing. It's like making cups, making like inflated objects, blown up, making objects that require putting air into it. Yes, that is what you do. Putting air into glass bubble. Yes. But yeah, no. I haven't done much of that. Simply because the glass blowing facility that I went to required you to have like a mentor basically when you did the more involved glass blowing. And oftentimes I did not go during the times where teachers were available to help. So I ended up just, fucking around with the actual glass rods. It was still very fun. It's a very, very cool thing you can do with it. You can actually draw with glass. Like, you know how those 3D pens work? Where it's like you can draw in 3D with the 3D pen. You can actually do that with glass if you use glass rods. It's really, really cool. I've always wanted to learn metalworking. I soldered a little bit. For one of my projects, I made like this music machine. And it was fully made out of metal, and I was able to solder some like iron rods together and stuff like that for the piece. It's hard. I don't like soldering. It's very, very difficult. I was not good at it. I actually burned myself really bad trying to solder something. So, yeah. That was cool. Never did that again because I was scared to do it again. $4D chess kind of deal. I used to be in a welding class. I wonder if I can do that as a hobby. You probably can. You would probably have to go to a facility for it, but I'm sure I don't know where you live, but if you live in a semi-big city, I'm sure there's places like that offer workshops for it that allow you to like practice or like join in on classes for that kind of thing. I hope you're okay now. Yeah, I'm fine now. It was a really bad burn. Like, we had to wear protective gear for welding because, for those who don't know, slag is like so hot. Slag from welding is like some of the fucking hottest shit you can ever like find on the earth, except for lava. Like, it's so hot. So we have to wear protective outer gear for it. I got a piece of slag on me that was so big that it melted through my protective outer gear, melted through my shirt, and then stuck onto my skin. So I had to get it like basically like ripped off. And it took off a chunk of my skin with it. Yeah, that took a while to heal. It was really painful. Yep. That's the dangers of the field, man. That is the dangers of the field. Yeah, very painful. Very painful. I feel like I feel like part of being an adult is realizing how dangerous lava actually is compared to in the movies. Yeah, dude, lava's fucking so dangerous, dude. Like, slag is like, you don't fuck with that shit, man. You don't fuck with that shit. That shit's scary. Is that where one of your stomach scars came from? Oh, no. This is on my arm. It's like on my, like, not my forearm. What do you call your upper arm? Like the part above your elbow. Is that just your upper arm? Is there a name for it? I know this is like the forearm. Is this the back arm? No, I didn't get a cool scar. It actually looks kind of lame. Oh yeah, bicep, I guess, yeah. Lit my hand on fire once, can't feel much with it anymore, not fun. Ooh, I'm so sorry. That sounds very not fun. I regret not taking classes at my career center. Instead, I took guitar back in high school. I mean, hey man, you still learned something. I don't think that's a total waste, you know? You can always go back to school. I mean, given that you have the money to do so. But if you have the money to do so, you can always go back to school. Have you seen the video of the guy passing his hand through molten steel? No, I haven't. I don't think I want to. That sounds scary. That sounds scary. But lame? Yeah, it's just like, it's just a little crater on my arm. It doesn't look like anything impressive, you know? It's not like a slash scar. If it's like, you know, it looks like I like got into like an animal fight or something, you know? That Mythbusters video involving dipping your hand into molten lead. What? Molten lead? Oh god, that sounds scary too. Leiden? Oh, really? It has the Leidenfrost effect. That's cool. Yena, why are you so cool? I am flattered. That's very sweet of you. I think most of my chat doesn't think that. Dude, your regulars are your biggest ops, man. Your regulars are your biggest ops. That's just how it be. Burns either are big disfigurements or not much anything to look at. Yeah, I mean, like, I had a burn that was huge on my forearm, on my left forearm, that when I was little, like, when I was 7 years old, this was like the size of like a tennis ball. But since I've grown up, it's like shrunk, you know? It's like very tiny now. As a welder, I hate seeing guys welding without protective gear and seeing them always red like tomatoes at the end of the day. Yeah, dude, okay, we had to learn about welding safety, right? And like, I had no idea that there was like some sort of like, if you like, when you weld, I forgot, was it copper or something? But it releases like some sort of light. It's like yellow. And it's like, it's really bad for your eyes if you look at it directly. So you have to wear protective eye gear. I had no idea. I was like, oh, I just see people like, you know, go at it. Like when they're welding and stuff. So I didn't know it was like that dangerous. But apparently we had to wear like 2 layers of protective goggles. And like there was this like big helmet that we had to wear that you like turned on to like give you more shade. Yeah, and then like, it's crazy bright. It's so bright. Yeah, wild stuff, man. Always be safe, guys. Always be safe. Hey Yena, I saw you at that game you were at Anime North. I'm actually brother-in-law and cameraman of that show. Though you mostly sang for a bit of the show, it made me want to hear your album. Oh, thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Oh my, don't lose your way. At Anime North, I played Yuko for a TTRPG. And at the very end, during the final boss fight, I was like, I rush in, and with the willpower of getting revenge for my father, I attack him with all of my force. Don't lose your way. But thank you so much, Tom, for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Big congrats on the original song, you know. Thank you so much, Crimson. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. The trick is dipping your hand into water just before you dip into molten lead, which should be hot enough so it won't solidify on contact. Interesting. Huh. Kill la Kill mentioned? Yeah, I love Kill la Kill. I would say Kill la Kill is amongst my top 3 anime. Did you have a great Anime North too, though, Yena? I did! It was really fun. Like, I think this is my first convention appearance where I actually, like, did a panel. So it was super fun. It was, like, very fun. Oh my god. I don't know if anyone was there, but during the match show, I was, like, trying to banter with the audience a little bit, and I was like, guys, if someone does 5 push-ups in the audience right now, the MC will give me a point. How about it, guys? Anyone in the audience want to give me 5 push-ups? And then no one stood up, and I was like, they're my biggest ops, dude. The audience is my biggest freaking ops. But then this one guy, Mr. Leo himself, stood up, and he was like, I'm gonna do the 5 push-ups, and he did 5 push-ups, and I got a point. I still didn't win though, but it was fun. Accidentally touching a live tick torch to a filter rod where you hold it so it does not feel great. You get a little zap. I zap myself all the time. I do this little thing called iontophoresis. It is what helps me to not sweat as much. And what it does is that it runs electricity through my body. Through water. You know, like toaster in bathtub? Yeah, imagine that. But like I'm willingly doing it to myself, you know? But with just at like very low voltages, like 5 to like 7 volts. It goes up to I think all the way to like 20, but that's like very intense. I haven't tried 20 yet. 20 sounds kind of scary. When I think Adam and Jamie did on Mythbusters, the lead was around 850 Fahrenheit. Holy shit, that's crazy. I love getting shocked. Used to stick my hand in electro sockets as a child. What? What? My guy, you good? You know what? I'm not here to yuck your yum. You can do whatever you want so long as you're staying safe. Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann are peak hype. Yeah, I love trigger anime. I love Promare too. Oh, Promare. Oh, Promare. I love Promare. Nahari yuhare. Sae. Sabanare. Amare. Durahi. Ah, I love trigger. Not gonna lie, so many things are lethal / dangerous. Kind of like pouring steam water on my hands. Is that dangerous? Really? Obviously, for the young pups here, definitely don't try that at home. I mean, I'm good. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm at risk of getting injured enough throughout my life, so I don't need more of that in my life. Kill la Kill is so rewatchable. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I love Kill la Kill. I love Kill la Kill. I have so many feelings about Kill la Kill. I love Kill la Kill. I love Ryuko so much. Like, there's something about characters who end up riding bikes I think I just gravitate towards. Like, I think I talked about this before about how Yena was made kind of as a homage to all the characters I love, you know? Ryuko, Yusei, freaking, what's her name? From Durarara. Fuck, I forgot her name. Casey? Chasey? Celty! Yeah, Celty. Yeah, Celty. Yeah, man. I just love characters on motorcycles. Something about it, man. Something about it. It's just so badass. I should learn to ride a motorcycle at one point myself. I think I might turn that into content at some point. Biker VTuber finally learns how to ride a motorcycle in real life. Yeah, I personally would not use a motorcycle as a form of transportation just because there's too many horror stories, you know? There's too many scary incidents of like things blowing up and crashes happening and people just like getting flown off and stuff. But I would love to learn how to ride a bike. You're gonna motorbike to your glass blowing studio for content? Oh yeah, that's the Yena Youngblood core move. One of my best friends lost both his front teeth in a motorcycle accident. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think I would ever use it for transportation, but I am interested in learning how to ride a bike. I think it's a thing that would make me feel cooler as an individual, even if I never actually use that skill, you know? Bikes are like 85% for the vibe. Yeah, exactly. For the vibe, for the vibe. For taking photos. For taking photos next to the bike to be cool and hot and like mysterious. And then never using the bike ever again. Off talking about you need more merch. More merch coming out 6-6! 6-6! 6! Sounds like I'm saying sex! That's not what I'm trying to say! 6! The more I say it, the more it sounds like it! But yes, more merch coming out on June 6th. Says and Lex. Oh my god, Says and Lex. You said the thing. That's crazy. Yeah, more merch coming out on June 6th. Please keep an eye out for it. It's gonna be super banger. I'm very excited. And I actually drew one of the pieces myself. I drew the enamel pin myself. I'm excited to show you guys. I think it's really cute. But yeah. Yeah. I'm excited. I think the merch came out really nice. I was a little bit worried about it initially at first, actually, because I was like, ooh, don't know if we're gonna get the vision exactly the way that I was thinking about it. But I think it came out like I wouldn't want to say 1-to-1 to the vision, but it definitely came out very, very close. I gotta log off. Good night, Pew. Take care. Have a good evening. How much will the merch be costing? $100 flat for the full set. I think desk mat will be $55. Shirt is $35, and I think the enamel pin is the rest of whatever that is. Take care, Envy. No worries, no worries. You know what? I should also call it here too, actually, because I got stuff to do. I got stuff to work on. I have so much shit I have to finish. Do you know about shipping? The Canadian in me is prepared to cry. I have no idea, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. I don't know how like shipping and like taxes and tariffs and stuff are being calculated now, because I don't know where the merch is shipping out of. But I hope it's okay. I hope it's not too much. Unfortunately, it's a little out of my control. How long will it be out? The same length that all the other birthday drops have been out. Let me see. I think like, what is it? A month? I think it's a month. Yeah, I think it's a month. That seems about right. Yeah, that seems about right. No one knows. It'll be out for whenever it'll be out. Yeah, I think a month sounds about right. Alright, DK. Alright, DK, guys. Oh, no, it's like 2 weeks. I freaking lied. I thought it was like a month. No, it's like 2 weeks. Won't be able to merch, so Soupless as my sub. Hope that's okay. Oh my god, no, please don't feel obligated to buy merchandise, guys. It is never a requirement. It is always there just for the fan enjoyment, but never a obligation. Never feel obligated to buy stuff, guys. There will always be more merch in the future. But I do appreciate it if you do end up purchasing. But again, no obligation. Yeah, showing up is enough. But thank you so much again for the $5 soup. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think we'll call it here for today, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get some food in me, and then I'm gonna get cracking on work stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and hunker down and start working. Totally, you deserve it. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $2 soup. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Let's see who we're gonna raid out to. Let's see who is the demons. Who is the demons? Who have we not raided in a while? I feel like we've raided all of these people recently, actually. We haven't rated Pam in a hot minute. Oh yeah, we haven't rated Pam in a hot minute. Let's go read Pam. True facts. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining in today for the Yap stream. As always, I appreciate your support. Whether it is just being here or if you donated, subbed, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm gonna go and lock myself in my office and proceed to finish up my work. But yes, thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. We're gonna go right out to Miss Pam. Please go give her lots of love. And yeah, as always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys, which is next on Wednesday at 6 p.m. PDT. But yes, get hyped for the original song! I'm super excited. I can't wait to show you guys what I've been working on. For the pre-show, it's gonna be really fun. The pre-show is gonna be really fun. I think you guys will really like what we'll be doing for that. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday. And have a wonderful beginning to your week. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys later. Bye now. Bye guys.